Can't just have sex. You can't just have sex with somebody casual while you with somebody and just say it just happened. That's a damn. I don't know. I'm not gonna even bite my own tongue on that, but that don't make sense to me. But these women are saying that, and then you get caught up in a situation where a woman's pregnant. She don't know who the baby daddy is. That shit is that's weird to me. So I mean, I can see you having sex with another man, but damn, you let multiple men come up in your vagina sack. Like if you gonna cheat, use a condom with the next nigga, cause you know me and you ain't using no condom. But they not doing it like that. Y'all, you watch the Maury Povich show. I said, how is it a woman, and men do it too. How is it a woman will let multiple niggas nut up in her ass, and she put herself in a situation she don't know who the baby daddy is? Come on, come on now. We can't just blame the men. We gotta blame these women. These women ain't held to a higher standard either. It's too much fucking to go on to be saying ain't no good men out here, cause y'all stay pregnant. Look, and then another thing, I look at y'all baby daddy, so y'all make poor choices in the men that y'all choose to lay down and have babies with. I'm with you, and I'm thinking about. I'm listening to you talk about your baby daddy. I'm like, damn, he ain't doing nothing. He incarcerated. He never been in his child's life. Then you got the nerve to say you know a good man when you see one. Girl, bye.
Bye, boo boo, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Yep.
And I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody, by no means. I'm just trying to give you a rundown. This is why we supposed to follow God's law, statute, commandments. This is what life is all about. Because when you follow God's law, you won't have certain boundaries, certain things you're gonna do, certain things you're just not gonna do. The churches don't follow laws. They just follow feelings. That's why you gotta be careful. A lot of times, we think we prophesying, but we really not. We just caught up in our feelings, and we haven't discerned the difference between being led by the Spirit and be led by your feelings. Because I know a lot of times when I was I'm still in the church. And I remember this man, he used to tell me, that's going to be your wife one day. He's telling me this girl I used to be cool with. That's going to be your wife one day. You're going to be a pastor. She's going to be the first lady. You're going to have your church. And I just looked at her. I was like, I don't even see her like that. And I'm not saying sometimes you can't, sometimes you can't see. But at that time, I just felt like that ain't the woman I wanted. God bless her. She got a husband now. I think she got about 4 or 5 kids. I don't know how many. I just look at her now on Facebook. I'm like, damn. I'm glad I still don't even look at it like that. I didn't look at it like that kid. I don't even look at it like I was like, I probably would have been unhappy with her. So you gotta be you gotta be careful being caught up in your feelings, and we confuse it with the Spirit or God talking to us. But it's really your feeling. This is what's wrong with the church. And you got these effeminate men, they do these Facebook lives. I've been led in my spirit. God has told. No, you being led by your feelings. You know how they sound.
Yeah.
They try to critique your. Yeah, you say you got a homeboy like that, didn't you? Girl, my bishop is a provider. All that kind of stuff. You like, yeah, he's providing for his home. I just look at these preachers, most of them, because there's still some good preachers out there. They just good car salesmen. They just good salesmen. They know how to sell you something. That's how I look at it now. It's a big ass game. And if you don't know, if you're not a good salesman, you're not going to sell anything. You're not going to make no money from it. I just remember T.D. Jakes. If I heard him right, he said, what did he say? Something about selling Jesus. He said Jesus is the product or something like that, something along that line. And then I think every person should study their beliefs to have an understanding of what you like. A lot of times we believe in something, we don't even understand it, or we don't know anything about it. We just was born into it. I tell people all the time, God's son name has never been Jesus. If Jesus was a Hebrew and there's no letter J in the Hebrew alphabet, and the letter J is 500 years old, and Christ died over 2,000 years ago, how can his name be Jesus? See, when you start asking questions like that, instead of people taking time to think and study and research, they say, boy, you crazy.
Why would you?
You said what?
You say what?
I didn't hear you. What you say?
And I'm saying about this Jesus thing again. You said what? There's no J in the Hebrew language.
Listen to me. I'm going to repeat myself. Listen to me. Listen to me, baby. Listen to me loud and clear. What I said was, I'm going to start all over. A lot of times we believe in religions and don't understand what we're believing in. We don't know nothing about it. We were just brought up in it. We were just born into it. What I said was, history tells us and the Bible tells us that Christ was a Hebrew that came from the tribe of Judah in the east side of Africa. That's another reason why he cannot have been white if he grew up in the east side of Africa. The true identity of Christ. Christ was a very, what you would call a blue-black, very dark-skinned man with woolly hair. That scratch off the white version of it, the white spin of it. Because they always want to tell you, whenever you correct them and tell them they wrong about shit, they always want to use that metaphor. Oh, nobody knows how Christ looked. Christ could have been any color. He was all colors. He was a Middle Eastern green olive complexion. What you mean olive? Don't you know we got black olives? Yeah, he was an olive complexion. The black olive, he couldn't be green. I'm just debunking that. Let me debunk that. I grew up. Well, let's do it. Let's do it like this. Let's scratch that. Let's stay on topic. Christ was a Hebrew from the tribe of Judah. That's what the Bible say. I believe in Hebrew. I know it's in the book of Hebrews when it said Christ sprung up from the tribe of Judah. It says that. And I got to look that up because I like to give scriptures out. I don't like to just leave it like that. That's why I got to do more studying too. The letter J was implemented. You got to remember the Bible was written in Hebrew. It was never written in English. It was translated into English. So if the Bible is a Hebrew book written by Hebrew people, by no means Christ had to have been a Hebrew. Because the Bible would not write about a man that wasn't from their tribe. See, this is how cultural we used to be at one time. We used to be very cultural people. This is why when you dealing with an African person, and you know this because you dealt with a man from Congo, if you ask him who his people are, who is he from his native land, he can tell you, he can trace his bloodline and tell you his bloodline. See, we the only people that can't do that. We used to be able to do that. We can't do that no more because our identity has been hid and we have lost our identity. You ask an African person, what is his name? He gonna give you his tribe name. He's gonna tell you his family name. He's gonna say my family is from the bloodline of Zamunda, Lululu, or whatever. This is my people. Then you'll be able to say, oh, I know of them. Just like Christ, the son of Joseph, the son of Mary. Then you could trace that lineage all the way back. But when you ask a black man who he is, he can't tell you. And that's sad. He can't tell you where he come from. All he could do is, I don't know. I heard my granddaddy was white. That's all we know. To get back to what I was saying. Christ is a Hebrew. There's no letter J in the Hebrew alphabet. So if there's no letter J in the Hebrew alphabet, how can his name possibly be Jesus? There's no letter J. So when you look up the letter J, you can Google this and find it for yourself. The letter J is only 500 to 600 years old. So I said, damn. I said, well, how will his name be Jesus? But we are taught that Christ died over 2,000 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So his name couldn't start with no J. Come to find out, Christ's name started with a Y. He had a Hebrew name. Jesus, don't quote me on this. Jesus is not a Hebrew name, I don't believe. Now, I'm going to do some more homework on that. I don't even think Jesus is a Hebrew name. So we got to be careful with these different translations like the Greek and all that kind of stuff. You got to be careful with these English words because these English words sometimes take away from it takes the substance out of what it really means, because it might mean something in Hebrew, it might mean something totally different in English or in Greek. And this is why the confusion comes in when you're trying to teach the Bible from a Hebrew standpoint compared to a Caucasian or English Greek standpoint, because the meanings are different. When it talks about the other nations that Jesus, John 3:16, come to find out Jesus is talking about the society of Israel. Wasn't talking about the whole world. See, this is why you got to study. This is why God pointed out, study to show yourself approved. That's all. That will end all confusion and understandings when you study for yourself. That way, when I say something and by you studying it, you'll say, oh, I heard of that. I read that. But see, me and you can't do that because I study and you don't study. So this is why you're going to get the confusion. Man, I don't know about that. See, that's why I don't dip and dab in religion. See, it's too confusing. It's not confusing. What is confusion about Jesus not being a Caucasian? He never been a Caucasian person. He's always been a Hebrew person. Dark skinned with woolly hair. There's no confusion with that. But yet we still run with these images of Christ being a Caucasian person with blonde hair and blue eyes. There's no confusion about that. Don't you got a Bible at home?
Mm-hmm.
It's in your Bible. I ain't telling you something I made up. I didn't make the rules. I didn't make it up. It's in there. Dark-skinned man with woolly hair. Eyes were like fire. When it say eyes like fire, it wasn't literally saying his eyes was fire. Jesus liked to drink wine. So his eyes was red from drinking wine. Not being drunk just because he liked to drink wine. This is why I tell people say, oh, alcohol is a sin. It's not a sin to drink. Jesus drank wine. It's when you overindulge. It's when it becomes a sin to you, because I don't know if you've been around drunk people. It takes them way out of their element, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, man, they be like a complete different person. They say, well, the alcohol was different from what we drink today. See, church people don't like to read and study. They just like to go on by what somebody say. Because they caught up in the fairy tale spin of the Bible. They believe in it. They believe the Bible as a fairy tale book. I believe the Bible as a reality book. I believe it will solve a lot of our problems if we follow the way God say to do things. I just believe that. Y'all can't tell me being with a woman, ooh wee, man. Lord have mercy. God put that thing together right, man. I'm not gonna give the devil credit for something God made. God put that coochie together right, man. Ooh wee.
Ooh-wee.
Who you think made it? Who you think made who like this? Just use your common sense. Who you think gave you that urge and that feeling and made that? And it's a perfect fit. We the giver, y'all the receiver. You see them, man, you ever seen a horse in heat? That horse will get mad and start acting a fool. He can't get that coochie. Y'all ever seen a horse in heat?
I haven't.
Boy, he get the rocking that leg and boy, he get the acting a fool. And you see the same way with men. We'll act a fool and we can't get it. Let your woman say you ain't getting none, she mad at you. And see how stupid we act. We'll try to get it while you sleep, while you turned over. Man, we try to get it everywhere we can. She must stop. No. Nope. Mad at you. Nope, you ain't getting none. We be like, come on, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please, come on. Let me just put the tip in, baby, please. We act the fool, you know that. You probably had a man act the fool behind you before. That nigga was like, you giving me some of that. Then you know when she in a good mood, when she all right, she lifted, y'all laying on that side, she lift that leg up a little bit. And that's it. She don't fight you. When she don't fight you, that means she wants you. Ah, man, let me leave that alone. This is too deep, man. This stuff, but it makes sense. It makes sense. The world the world wants to replace the vagina with a dick.
And they doing just that.
They doing that. They listen. The devil is like, I'm here. Like he's not even hiding no more about what he believe in now. The devil's showing you what he believe in. He's showing you. He ain't hiding it no more. People not hiding their sexuality no more. If I want to stick somebody up in their ass, I'd rather do a woman. I think it'd be more soft and firm to do it that way than a man. And like I said, any man that put pressure on a woman about her ass, you got to make sure he ain't no punk. Real men don't put pressure on a woman's ass. You'll never hear me fighting about no, baby, let me do it up your butt. Let's try it. That gotta be a woman's call. Like, oh, you know what? I want to try this. Let me see. I'm like, girl, you better drink a little more wine. And then I'll make you sign a waiver like I'm not responsible if you have to wear a colostomy bag. if I hit it wrong. Let me quit playing. Oh man, I'm trying to tell you.
On sign this piece of paper, girl. Sign this paper.
Man, I can lay in the coochie just all day, just that smell, even the aroma is just, you like, I could just lay in between this girl's legs all day, naked. I can lay in this girl legs all day. You know what I'm saying?